and there's a flying Kawhi Leonard with a defensive maneuver.
If he kept it in front of him, it's a layup.
And 6 of 8, Nuggets 3 for 3. Chandler to Mozgov, who's come back in.
Averaging nearly 7 points a game, 74% from the line. He's got 5 points tonight.
Oh, picked his pocket.
The claw! Got it!
Get out of here. He's not paying attention. We talk about it all the time. You fall asleep, you get cavalier in front of Kawhi Leonard, and we have seen this.
Kings continue to own the glass, 35-25 rebounding edge. Caskey one-on-one. The cross, and I'll take that. Particularly, watch out, Kawhi, the claw, at it again. Wiggins got it back. No, he didn't. Here comes Manu. Lays it up and in.
Up until this game, in their 7 previous games, they've only been making 5 a game. They're hitting them tonight.
Kobe sneaks it in. Hill can't finish.
Rebound comes out to DJ. Going by Dia, got it up there in a hurry, but Leonard got a piece of it.
Beautiful crossover. Stripped and stolen. Joseph, then an excellent lead pass to Leonard. And Leonard lays it in.
What a gorgeous second quarter. Now it's time to put your foot down and get back in this game.
Hayes with 8 points and 5 rebounds off the bench. And there's a flying Kawhi Leonard with a defensive maneuver.
If he kept it in front of him, it's a layup. And that's her.
Shot clock's down to 8.
Got to turn and go.
Stripping. 2 in the clock. 1, they don't get it off. Oh, me, oh my.
Spurs shooting 56%, but only at 4 points. Nuggets shooting 53. Great pass, better block. Kawhi took it away from Fareed. Here's Danny Green.
15 on the shot clock. Still a minute and a half to go for the Hawks. Teague a step back, but no chance on a turnover here. And the Spurs attack again with Leonard.
Before the rodeo road trip.
Yeah, you got Kawhi back, and Patty Mills is playing at a high level. All those games are winnable.
On the drive, Duncan and Kawhi converge on the block.
Yeah, take your pick who got it. And now it's time to play.
Give me that ball! The claw to the hole. Parker to follow. Stay there. 2 seconds. Kawhi got to shoot it. Got stripped. Too late.
Good defense there by Joe Johnson.
People are going to sit up and take notice. Nice pass.
Signed as a free agent before last season. Corey Brewer reaches in and commits the foul.
Rudy. And they stop Rudy Gay, but it's out of bounds to the Kings. They'll get a new 24-second clock.
Rebounding. Dragic. Who's got 15? Another turnover. Joseph.
Evans blocked by Leonard. 9 on the shot clock for the Pelicans.
I was about to say, that's one of the matchups to watch.
Wallow came over to help. And Green can't get the open 3 to go. Lillard on the pickpocket of Leonard on Lillard all the way in.
The days of Houston, when Rudy Tomjanovich was the coach. Morris, no, that's Keefe. Runs into a wall of Spurs.
They're hard to go over the top.
A bottle like that can throw everything off, can't it?
It can't, but it can go either way. There's a cross-court pass and turnover back.
And that is short. Rebound Lillard. So neither team lighting it up so far. Batum right side hangs and is blocked by Leonard out of bounds.
That's what one thing Leonard is really.
Let's watch that tonight too.
Bonner has that 3-point ability, making his 8th start of the season. Thiago Splitter is out with a right calf injury, so both teams start with turnovers.
Bonner, best numbers in all categories. And he's got 8 points here in the first half. Pass deflected by Leonard. Leonard gets it, flies in, lays it in. 3-point shooting team they are, and the players that are capable, just let it go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we saw that look by Manu. There again was Kawhi Leonard. You're not going to get better shots than those.
Kawhi poked that one away. Here's Parker. The spin up and good. Tony Parker.
I tell you what, this team has not been healthy all year, and so it may look like they're just starting to play well. As you see another steal by Leonard, no, they're just starting to get healthy as he throws it down.
The big miss from the line to start the ball game. Payton, there's Kawhi Leonard again, nearly picked away from him, but the claw is under control. Oh, I guess.
Corey Joseph. Remember, Tracy McGrady was on this Spurs team with that devastating 7-game series loss.
Gets the dunk. Corey Joseph nearly took it from Hart.
And again, it's not that hard to figure out. So you're struggling because you've thrown the ball all over the place.
Leonard on the steal. Parker, Terry there. Tony with the bucket, and we're tied. Timeout Rockets.
Popovich, you go to Ginobili early here. Danny Green, for whatever reason, 1 of 8 from the field, only 2 points.
Leonard with the steal, 2-on-1. Parker has got final figures for the Spurs. Leonard with 13, Parker 11, and 10 each for Duncan, Splitter, and Green. There's Kawhi with the steal. Here comes the claw.
That's his signature. Yeah, put that one on the board.
The better shot blockers at the guard position. Jordan got it deflected. Parker pulls it out, and Green for 3. You bet.
There's no question the hamstring, even since he's been back, not 100%. And that, for a guy like him, as
Leonard comes up with a steal and throws it down.
They're going to play some defense, Bill. I mean, Brett Brown has them playing at a high level on the defensive end of the floor.
Speaking of which, Kawhi Leonard with a dunk. After Parker initiated that steal, Kawhi also in, and Danny Green came up with the pass, I believe.
Hart on the drive. And Jones couldn't catch it. Pretty good pass. Going back to Patty Mills for the 3, and he got it.
With 3:51 remaining in the first.
We're still getting in the way of ourselves a little bit. Oh, look there. Look at Kawhi Leonard.
Vintage Kawhi Leonard on the Aztec with a 2-hand stop.
Wizards only have a Marc Gasol layup to their credit. Kawhi Leonard off the takeaway.
3 ball. They're 5 for 10 already today. But more important, that second unit has 23 points of the total. Another turnover. Leonard the takeaway.
Pass underneath to Arthur, who's come on. And a sloppy pass there. Leonard's going to get it. And he misses. Nuggets trying to secure it. Can't. And on the backside, Diaz.
Spent so much time building and working towards just, teaching everybody. In the same way he teaches Aaron Baines. I mean, he teaches Tim Duncan.
Turnovers an issue for the Sixers all year as Kawhi Leonard is bumped and fouled by Henry Sims.
This quarter. Knocked away. Good play. Henson. Wow, rides it in. And Kawhi Leonard sends it out.
Watch things differently when you get older. And after sitting in all the film sessions with Lude and with Larry Brown and Pop, look at that.
Excuse me, Kawhi Leonard, another steal and a dunk.
And visited, and they said, "Will they visit with you?" And he goes, "Well, yeah." And they said, "Well, did he grade your performance?" And he goes, "Well, yes." He said, "How'd you do?" And he goes, "Would I be here if I didn't do all right?"
Going the opposite direction. Kawhi takes it from the ball handler.
His 3rd steal of the night. He's 2nd in the league in steals. Wait a minute, he might be first before the night's over. Here goes Danny Green. Back to Thiago. And the flush for the big fella.
On a 3, off the mark. If you looked at Duncan's postseason last year compared to his first Finals MVP, it was nearly identical. This kid's the next generation of
Andre with a rebound. Leonard's now 0 for 8. Pass gets away from Singler. Leonard.
And he developed into a sensational passer. Waiters gets inside. Ball poked away. Varejao couldn't get it. Leonard ahead to Ginobili. Ginobili. Beautiful adjustment. And banks it in.
In the first minute of play on San Antonio. You get 4, then you're penalized by the 5th one each quarter. Crawford.
Leonard got a piece of it.
Kyle trying to get through a little bit of space. Now Duncan out to challenge. Horford turns it over.
Well, this
the Spurs come the other way.
They will defend.
And
3 or 4 that have done everything but drop. At least. Manu's gotten 2 or 3.
Batum intercepted by Kawhi. Ahead to Tony Parker. What a pass. And Parker lays it up and in.
Right? I mean, he's so underrated in my mind. When we talk about the greatest point guards in the league, where does Tony Parker's name come up?
Kawhi Leonard knocks it away. Second team All-NBA last year for Tony Parker. Leonard dropping.
Long pass. G's got it. Up and under. And Kawhi Leonard blocked it from behind. They had a good move, too. He just extended instead of exploding to the rim.
I was going to see how they finish. Kawhi Leonard beats him to the ball to Danny Green, and he scores! Oh, the Spurs defense just slicing and dicing.
That's when.
That's a holiday.
Underneath, Landry. And it's blocked and a foul on Tim Duncan with 2:04 to go. The Spurs trying to put the finishing touches on their, like they were beaten.
Spurs shooting 55% tonight, just 7 turnovers. Meanwhile, they scored 21 points off. Now 11 turnovers for Minnesota. Leonard to Green, and Danny with a 2.
Kawhi Leonard is just such a devastating defender.
And then the slam dunk. Hard with power. Leonard starting to get his rhythm and timing down as Bryant gets denied by Kawhi. Leonard had an iron.
Nixon looking for time. Under to Mozgov, nobody there. Mozzie, he volleyballs it out.
Manu almost didn't know, quite sure where he was.
And had more time to get that shot off.
Lob inside. Kawhi said, not this time, Buster. Takes it away from Thompson.
On the swallow, and the swallow gets hot. Leonard. There's Chandler. Mozgov. Always reaching. Blocked 2 shots. He blocked Chandler and then Mozgov. Wilson. His man fell down, and Wilson never looked at the rim.
Shot clock down to 5. Fred guarded by Leonard. Goes right at Duncan, blocked by Duncan. Thomas has it, fires it from the corner. In and out, Robinson the offensive rebound, put back.
Clippers will attack again. And approaching 9 to play in the third. Griffin leading the way up to Barnes. That was deflected by Leonard. Nice defense. The collision into Redick, who picks up the foul.
So many ways you can play. And look, it's top, it's side, different angles. That's what you have to decide how you play.
Rondo turns it over.
The coach is going to training camp.
But just briefly, R.C. Buford talked him off the ledge. Okay, R.C. Buford is the Jayhawk.
You talk about a little difference in the whole scheme of the NBA.
Well, you know what I told Scott?
Now,
it wasn't bad at all, Bill. His offensive game, again, just continues to get better and better.
there's Leonard again. Duncan blocked the first one, and then Kawhi caught
in your rhythm at this end of the floor as well. And we talked about that. Can't relax, continue to attack, like you said, Eric Gordon. And he's blocked from behind. He thought it was fouled by Kawhi Leonard. Instead, Leonard going the distance. He'll get a layup out of it.
That time, Tony Parker finds himself with a wide open 12, 15-footer along the baseline.
Parker with a half dozen. Kawhi takes it away from Andre Miller. Cousins chasing, knocked it away.
90%. And he's been healthy this year, too. A turnover by San Antonio. Good recovery, though, by Leonard to get the block.
Gobert.
And look at that outlet pass.
He's got Hayward. Booker intercepted that pass meant for Ingles. And the Spurs come the other way.
And yet you look up, they're 11 games over 500. There's a cancer. Knocked away. Splitter with the block on Waiter.
Two things I've never, well, one of the many things I didn't understand from officials was what constituted good steal. TD always wanted to be a point guard.
19 games. The lead, the Lawson, back out to Gallinari. Oh, Kawhi. If he didn't get a piece of it, he certainly affected it.
Splitter. Oladipo to Harris.
Kawhi Leonard reached in from behind.
Time Difference of 3 seconds. Game
Matt,
clock
why
and
does it?
shot
What's
clock.
Ernie doing? Another day off? Jeez.
Irving driving on Leonard. And Kawhi knocks it away.
Good defense by Leonard. Lennox going to have to shoot it. Tries to force it inside, and it's turned over.
15 points and 3 assists throughout that run.
Wow. Didn't realize it that dominant. Now the Spurs, after giving it up, get it back on the turnover.
Kawhi never called plays for Kawhi Leonard, but they're starting to this year. Now in his 4th year.
Ricochet steal. But if you turn it over against San Antonio, they usually make
As the free throw. Good to 85, I should say. And now Kawhi forces that one. Watch out. Corey Leonard. With a team-leading 6 assists.
Does Tony just pick it up or is Kawhi left off? Nice to see 2 guys in their rhythm and in their groove in the 4th.
Gasol lost it. Splitter picks it up. Here comes Parker again. Good look. Wouldn't go on the hook. Parsons to Rondo. Right at Parker. Stripped by Tony. And had 16?
Yeah, first NBA game. How about that?
The truck said they couldn't find the highlights. I'm sure you got them on a DVD. We'll pick them up later.
All they have to do is ask.
Leaving the paint area whatsoever. Tim Duncan's going to be able to get a 17 to 20-foot shot anytime he wants. Another steal by Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, who is among the leaders, better than 2 steals per game.
You can just ask me right here. I got it all figured out.
On about any subject, come to think of it. Oh, there's the steal leader, Kawhi Leonard. Zips it to Boris. 1:53 on the clock here in the first quarter. Spurs by a pair, 1917.
Kawhi Leonard.
Not the steal. Off to Mills.
If you're patient and move the ball, you'll get the look that you need, but the Suns aren't doing that right now.
Suns getting crushed in the paint, 26-12.
It looks like our guys are going to get a shot here. Got to get a stop first.
Gallinari, for Reed, and a foul. His own hands.
Again, just playing so confidently. You want him to catch it every time down the floor. Look at that.
The steal, Leonard, and was going behind. The Nets will bring it right back. They average 101 a game, 15th in the league. Here's Manu, ahead to Parker. He's got Duncan and Leonard.
And a long rebound taken by McLemore. And he gave it back to the Spurs. I think he was trying to throw that ball to Jason Thompson.
Yeah, I think he was.
No panic and scored the basketball.
Wade inside. Looked like he got either hit on the knee or fell down hard on that knee once he skied.
Good room to work. Kawhi Leonard. Just missing on the reverse, and he steals it right back.
Our guys have to...
NBAtickets.com, where tickets are always authentic and always available. Batum, the lob, Lopez, too much traffic. Leonard looking for...
Danny Crawford throughout his career has been an official that I greatly respect him. He knows his stuff, and that's Ersan staying with it. Bucks good rotations, ball swings.
Roll. Probably about 7 seconds.
Makes his move at 7, now 6, now 5. Ball deflected in the arms of Ginobili. He's got time. Clock to 4.
Well, when they put their offensive team and Jamal Crawford at the 3, they don't have an answer for Leonard because they've got the smaller J.J. Redick on him. And Matt
Pachulia. 9 on the shot clock for Pachulia. Gives Kawhi Leonard. Blocked underneath. What a skirmish.
It was the last time he turned to Tim and said, "Hey, nice game." He says we all take it for granted. Right?
Said, we're like an old married couple that takes advantage of him. I don't tell him I love him. I don't tell him good play.
Right. And they're making shots. They're moving it. They're not turning it over.
Vucevic. Kawhi comes to the rescue, and Timmy on the bounce gives it off. Allow.
Hart got the screen. Diaw remains. Papa Nicolau with a little crossover and picked up by Ayers, looking for a pick and roll. Here is Leonard the other way.
A rude guest.
Fans not liking a no call there.
He's just rejecting the host's offering.
You have to score, but that means you can make the play to get someone else involved. He's becoming that offensive leader.
Oh, Wade looked to stuff it, shake it up as he was turned back. He misses this one. Rebound Aldridge and then taken away. Cousins held it. Oh, Kawhi blocked by Kawhi. Wow.
So one on the line. And performance-wise, another steal for Leonard. They're quite in for a second steal and conversion tonight.
Two things. You can't be lazy.
Calls, all our sets. We've done a great job defending them.
They have won their last two. They beat Minnesota by 7 before they beat Phoenix.
Kawhi's is here. Kawhi's being a rude guest.
Fans not liking a no call there.
He's just rejecting the host's offering.
Kawhi Leonard says, forget about it, Monroe, as he pokes it away.
Yeah.
Last off the big fella. Spurs basketball.
That's what we talked about. Again, Kawhi Leonard, so long and athletic, is able to get to that shot of Monroe's.
Aldridge leans in, wanted the contact and foul, didn't get it, and a gorgeous outlet from Howard. It's Springs Brewer, who's denied by Leonard on the block.
And again, it ignited the break. Watch Kawhi Leonard.
Played by Leonard. Westbrook split. Combination of West and Leonard. Here comes Leonard. He has Green to his left. Green for 3. Yes!
Right time, Kawhi. It's a good top shelf.
22 for Leonard. And a block by Leonard. Unfortunately, back to Booker.
Outstanding contest there from Boris.
And then Kawhi Leonard follows up, and here's Patty Mills coming right back into the play. Dellavedova and Smith at the guards. Love looks to get it down low. Here comes Leonard. Parker on the run, and he scores. Get out of here, says Timmy. And then the same from McCollum. Ginobili brings it back. Off to Parker.
Here is Teague. Knocked away by Kawhi Leonard. And Parker.
Now they turned the ball over a few times.
Now that's 11 for the Hawks. And 1.
This is rebounding. However, Oklahoma City hurt by turnovers. They've committed 26 by the rookie Cameron Payne.
To get that ball to fall. That Timmy or LaMarcus?
Leonard nearly had the steal. There's Parker to pick it up. Here come the Spurs. Tony drops it off. Gave up 117 to the Cavaliers in that 14-point loss on Saturday. 37 in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Up ahead to Jennings. He's got Caldwell Pope up ahead. Runs the baseline. Challenged by Leonard.
Well, that wasn't going to work. He's trying to challenge Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard. Find something baseline and just completely and utterly denied.
Player of the year, the second year in a row, just tremendous performance. Randolph sees Leonard waiting as he spun west, and the turnover.
Good deflection. Good deflection.
Anderson got fouled, then one.
Lob for Wiggins. Comes down with it, goes back up, blocked by Kawhi.
Too many arms, too much length underneath.
Pelicans at 5 in double figures, led by Drew Holiday, who got hurt and will not play again. Here's Leonard. Off to Green. Danny up and in.
For a number of years, he would not have taken that shot. He would have looked and continued the rotation of the ball.
And there he is with the block on the other end. Leonard on one end and back on the defensive side. The score, the
Mr. Know-it-all. Kawhi Leonard comes out of nowhere. And a nice soft dunk.
So John Wall throws it. No one knows it's 2 except for Kawhi. That's to me.
Thank you. He's got 15. Oh, mama! Kawhi Leonard says, get that out of here.
Oh, that way. He was beating on the perimeter, and he just continues to stay in the play, and as soon as he sees that ball.
I mean, they've struggled to shoot the ball from the perimeter. Offense has been their problem for the better part of the season. Steal, Leonard, and the hamburger helper. Is one heck of a player. Look at the snatch with the left hand.
For the Spurs, it's all hands on deck. And Leonard with the slam. San Antonio with the lead.
Warriors, but before that, you had to go all the way back to 80-81 in the Philadelphia 76ers that were both 1-up.
Burke to inbounds. And Kawhi pokes it away. Gobert giving chase. Watch out. Kawhi with a stop.
Because that's a distinct area, is playing the passing lanes. And there's no way the big fella's going to run him down in the open court.
Here comes Ellington. Jack the follow, he missed. Leonard fouled on the rebound.
Shooting 50% from behind the arc. A steal here by Leonard. This will be an easy 2 on the other end.
And Larry Nance Jr. has to.
Parker has quietly put together a pretty good night. 17 points and 6 dimes. Leonard with a great bounce pass to Parker. And just when it's...
Waiters got the step. Oh, the steal by Leonard. Leading to this, Mills with the layup.
You see, Marv, why got 2:50 to go.
Yeah, I mean, there hadn't been one thing that stood out where there was a good play on the offensive end of the floor where we actually executed something.
Leonard stole it away from Valanciunas, and Aldridge inside for 2 more.
On a team that won 67 games. Didn't score like he did, but still such a defensive presence and leadership presence to this team.
Leonard gets it to go. What a shot from Leonard.
Field, and he's getting some pretty good looks. And what's funny is it's starting to kind of become an avalanche for him a little bit. Nice push ahead there by Kawhi Leonard to find Tony Parker.
You're going to go back door, you go all the way back door. You don't fake out your teammate.
Green deflects to Kawhi, who gives to LaMarcus. Up and under and in. Spurs seesaw ahead. But don't rest on him. George kicks it off, stolen by Leonard. He's got Mills. Good on you, Patty!
Back comes the West. Off the backboard from the layup.
He's halfway down and out. Brewer on the break. And a careless pass resulting in the turnover. Green to Parker for the layup. With a half dozen to pace the Spurs. Leonard comes up with this one. And Kawhi on the run. Danny Green. Hey! Danny Green with a stop! Here is Bazemore. Knocked away. Patty Mills to Kawhi.
There's your birthday present right there.
Neto trying to lay it off. It's intercepted by Kawhi Leonard. Averaging better than 2 steals a game. Danny Green got it! Oh, mama! Spurs!
Give it right back to him. Give him another opportunity.
Leonard takes it away from Batu. Duncan. Now Parker from Green. 2 more! Westbrook lost it again. Picked up by Leonard. Durant in pursuit. Leonard gets away, stumbles, but able to recover. Nearly went in, and then he gets the rebound. Kawhi Leonard with a steal. Here comes Leonard to Parker. He scores! Tied up! Timberwolves! And Ellington comes down with the ball in front of Danny Green. Up ahead to Thaddeus Young. Bobbles, and Kawhi's going to get that loose ball. Up the floor for Danny. Inside for Aldridge. New Orleans. Davis, double teamed and taken away. Kawhi Leonard against Cole in the paint. Stops and scores.
Defenses and guys watch a lot more tape, a lot more film, and figure things out. Those possessions are going to be a lot easier.
Kawhi, steal, dunk.
They've had win streaks of 6 in a row, 7 straight, 13 straight, currently 4 in a row. Off the steal, this is Leonard. Sets it up beautifully for Aldridge.
But right back and Bellinelli. Oh, and Kawhi says, I'll take that ball fake. Should have shot it. Parker from Kawhi, and there's another goaltend, but it went in anyway.
Only winning 3 of them. Anderson on top, shot clock at 2. Barnes pickpocket. Here comes Kawhi Leonard.
And you can't play with the basket too good and strong with those big mitts of his. Simple dribble handoff. He just gets a hand on the basketball and comes.
Teams are 9 of 11 combined. A hot start. Hood on the back door. Blocked by Kawhi Leonard.
He's never out of a play. Wow. Always his shot. As soon as he sees the basketball, those long arms.
He scored 16 plus a game for Milwaukee. Manu in the middle of it. Taps it out in front. Kawhi Leonard being chased. Lays it up and in. Send him to the line.
Sacrificing his body and then making the right play. And if Kawhi tries to bring that ball out and gather and dunk it, it's probably swiped away. Instead, he keeps it close to his body keeping it away from Michael Carter-Williams.
You don't decide for yourself. Get to the point where I have to tell you. Harden with 4 to shoot. Stolen by Leonard. Leonard in the open floor to the rim.
San Antonio coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. It's picked off by Leonard. Chased by Westbrook. Leonard all the way.
Knight, and there's Kawhi with the steal. Oh, Parker to Kawhi!
Well, that was a risky. We always talk about Kawhi's defense. We don't give him enough credit for how he can run in the open court. He just outran Morris there. He was behind him. Once that steal was made, he ends up 5 or 6 feet in front of him at the basket.
It's Tony. How does that happen? Now West gets switched back on it.
Kawhi with the steal. Parker on the drive, and 2 more for the Spurs.
Kawhi Leonard covers up that baseline pass. We talked about it previously, and in the open court makes the right decision. Tony Parker streaking to the basket.
As we approach 4 minutes to play in the first. James to the bucket, and that was blocked.
In the play. This is amazing. He loses his step earlier, gets back in the play, and usually you're a little bit hesitant. You're feeling that he's going to jump over you and maybe dunk it, but he has great help.
You're right. Halfway through the third quarter, he hadn't got a shot here. Leonard picks up the loose one. Ahead to Green. Back to Kawhi. Oh! Underneath. Kawhi, give me that. Scoops it over to Danny Green, and Green off the window. I don't know if he knew exactly.
1 point, $49 million at 35 years of age. Leonard with the steal. This is Kevin Martin who just came on. Nice break on a 3-on-2. Leonard able to complete. But West
that we've seen particularly throughout this 6-game winning streak and the last 3 games. Wow. Kawhi Leonard. And the Aztec with a 2-hand flush. Gordon attacks. Kawhi may have had a piece. The follow-up won't go. Press 24. And get off my lawn, says Kawhi Leonard.
He has gotten better, and he's added something to his repertoire every season.
Bosch lost it. Leonard with the steal. 3-on-2 for the Spurs, and Simmons with the finish.
Step outside. The bigs are going to be reluctant to help.
Cousins dumped the double team. Kawhi takes it away from Gay. Ahead to Green. Back to Leonard.
A little more than 5 minutes gone. Randolph inside, blocked by Duncan. Here comes Green on the side. Parker.
That may have been Kawhi Leonard on that.
Leonard puts the move on Durant. Not able to take advantage of Durant. Held out, and Leonard with the steal. Able to score. Here's Allen. Another turnover lost by Martin. 3-on-2. Mills, Leonard. And now the lead is up to 8. It's been as high.
Leonard right up into Durant. Shot blocked by Leonard. What a fabulous defensive play.
Fights for the rebound here. And Anthony blocked inside and taken away by the defensive player of the year, Kawhi Leonard.
On the floor. Now Denver stares at a 2-point deficit. Gallinari nearly deflected that in, and Kawhi with a save to Boris Diaw.
Which shows he's pretty smart.
Right.
Iguodala blocked by Leonard. So on a night where Kawhi has really struggled offensively, 5 of 8.
Shooting continues here for San Antonio, blistering from the field in the first half. In game 1, another Oklahoma City turnover. That's number 4.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Bradley knocked away. Was that Leonard?
Yep, sure was.
Now Mills the other way, looking for
In fact, it was his 3-pointer that had Greg Popovich calling a timeout 18 seconds into the quarter. Defensive player of the year just got a steal.
Kawhi's effort. He also had Kyle Anderson wide open in the short corner.
Cousins blocked.
The 20-footer there from LaMarcus showing off a little bit of his range.
Spurs' biggest lead of the night could be added to. Kawhi Leonard stopped by Gallinari for the Nuggets. Nicolau. Kawhi Leonard right there to meet him. Here's Tony Parker. Leonard knocked away. Stolen by Jordan. Save. Kawhi, but it goes to Chris Paul.
mind what you talk about, Coach, because coaching and playing in this league, we've seen guys that would say, okay, no problem, but roll their eyes and say something totally different with their body language or their approach.
Consecutive season, third longest streak currently in the NBA. Anderson got position. Pass is thrown away. Second Grizzly turnover. It's Kawhi.
Using the great weaving and dribbling ability. Henderson on the drive. A lot of contact. No call. Rebound inside for Davis again on that offensive glass.
Powell got it down. And there's Kawhi. So thank you.
Let me pad my
problems that he might not be able to go full steam and particularly lose a little conditioning, I think.
Sure.
Even though it's just a couple of days.
This is his 6th year in the NBA after 1 year at Georgia Tech. Kawhi Leonard with 5 steals the other night. Picks up his first here. Green
was playing off of him early, and they did that even without Allen in the game here. Green, as Kawhi may have got a touch on that. Outlet to Parker from Duncan. Mills getting
the right shots and then live with the result. It's really one of the beauties of the Spurs.
That time, that's where you got to use that fadeaway jumper. Don't allow Paul George to get to the block.
Blocked by Kawhi Leonard.
Gamble a little bit, gets caught reaching, and Kawhi Leonard makes him pay.
11 for Leonard, and a steal by Leonard against Butler again. And he is 98 per game. Spurs are number 1 at 92.3. Johnson blocked by Leonard. Timmy off to Kawhi.
Took that right shoulder, moved it into him, got some space, laid it in.
Rose lost it. Back comes Leonard. They have a 4-on-2. Leonard on the hop.
Right now. Williams tries to take advantage of the height on Williams, further on Mills. They kicked it away, and here's Kawhi. Shouldered by Parsons.
Instead dumps it down to LaMarcus, who had established himself right in the middle of the paint.
Walker lost it to Kawhi. Final.
But San Antonio missing a valuable piece in Bars Diaw, who has been out with a groin injury. And Ashton Wynn will be back. The steal by Leonard.
And Isaiah Thomas took it right away. Crowder outside, and there's Kawhi coming back to get the steals, and I'll bring it up.
Back and evens the tables.
Coaches, front office, and a little bit percentage-wise of fame.
Turnover there by Nowitzki.
There's about as fresh as you can be for a back-to-back that saw him land at the San Antonio airport about 1:30. Here's Danny Green off to Leonard. Back out Iguodala. All the way across. Leonard with a steal. Oh, the claw.
Career was underway. Almost a 15-minute delay, and the Pistons lose the basketball in their first possession. Spurs lead 50.
Toronto days.
Well, see, they want the contact, but you're not going to get those calls.
Carter. Leonard with the block, and Carter screams for a foul.
Yeah, he have a buffet out there. Wiggins attacks, but it is swiped by Kawhi Leonard. Green on his left, Parker on his right. Threw it away.
That's just a completely. And sometimes guys are going to make the extra passes. Sometimes they're not. Everybody wants to put the ball in the basket.
Cunningham. Green rushes in for the loose one.
Back on top. They've taken 12 threes out of their 30 attempts. Allen driving inside, and Leonard is there for the block.
You can't pass up an open shot.
Tiptoes the sideline, bringing it back.
Rick, you're not going to make fun of my coach again. I'm going to blow this shot up.
Spurs by a deuce.
Or just come off and shoot it.
Harden, blocked by Leonard. Nene, blocked by Aldridge. Spurs basketball. Oh, what a play. Oh, what defense. Unbelievable.
That's exactly what he's done. And then James Harden thinks he's got it in the lane. That ball is destroyed off the glass. And then
Aldridge with the block, right?
And no, that was Kawhi. And then there's LA getting a piece of it.
Kawhi collapsing on Monroe. Kawhi took it away from Parker, and a foul on the Bucks. Oh, mama!
Tony Parker, and then coming back the opposite direction. I didn't like that pass in the open court that Kawhi threw to David Lee, but he makes up for it. Comes back.
Marco, strip, got it right back. Nice pass, and then the block. Oh, my goodness! Kawhi Leonard, the claw stopping that. Bertans kicks it out. Simmons steps, fires. Yeah! The juice for three!
Hang around the rim if you want, show off. And Kawhi Leonard with a beautiful block from behind. Our guys come back. Davis forces the issue along the baseline and sucks the entire Hornets defense in.
Playing like he did in game one with confidence. Gliding, sliding, Capella up. Well, knocked away by Kawhi Leonard, his second block. Leonard the other way. So far, Kawhi, 4 of 11. Up and under, and down it goes. Well, why not?
He's got 13. Corey Joseph, the former Spur with a miss. Kawhi says, I'll take that. Throws it away from the Gala.
Only mess with you pregame during our stand-ups. I didn't disagree with him, by the way.
Leonard with a steal and the flush. Oh, mama!
Two-time Defensive Player of the Year, playing that passing lane, using those long arms and that claw, holds it out there just for show, finishes.
Good stop. Powell got a point for a score. Nice block. Nice block by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard. This man to come back in there to rotate. You cannot be the Defensive Player of the Year.
Spurs playoff run starts next weekend here. And tickets are available. The game's 1 and 2. The claw.
Possession.
Look at the hand. The claw again just takes the pass away, hits Mills, who hits a three.
And Leonard with the block shot. That's his second rejection. Here's Green open for three and way. Oh, well, I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but Gasol able to put it home.
Green's yelling, it was a pass, it was a pass. Gasol ran the...
Moutier, Kawhi in the claw. Tiptoes the sideline, bringing it back.
Rick, you're not going to make fun of my coach again. I'm going to blow this shot up.
Powell's miss. Bogdanovich leading the break. Kawhi Leonard gobbles it up. Oh, the claw going to work.
So he's trying to climb up the chart. Ooh.
Far more here in San Antonio. And there's those long arms of Kawhi Leonard playing the passing lane. Able to convert there. Beautiful defensive effort.
Game 6 of 10. He's a take it. He's 3 of 4. And down the lane, rejected on the play. Knocked away by Leonard. Also gets the ball back. And he stepped out of bounds. The Rockets did.
Well, the claw just being the claw right here on the block shot on Ariza. Shot clock running down. Great timing there.
Pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Space ball to the rim. Leonard and Bertans, and here come the silver and black.
Bertans and Kawhi Leonard. And again, we talked about Davis.
And wipes away the basket. So Spurs down 9. Mills in for Parker. Here's Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, you could see that one coming. Yeah, and it was surprising there. Ricky Rubio, normally on top of that, throws it right into the hands of Kawhi Leonard. Yeah.
You bring it down, you're in trouble. Westbrook drops it off inside. Grant had it blocked. And a foul on the Thunder.
Oh, it's just solid D there from Kawhi Leonard going for that block. Not just conceding the dunk from Grant.
Grizzlies lead.
Oh, Gasol, Chiba won it. There is.
And Leonard, another steal. Fending off Conley, lays it in, plus the foul.
The movement is there. The energy is there. The movement from side to side of the court, but the ball will not go in the basket.
Shot blocked inside. Leonard, good help defense.
Missed the reverse, got it back. Loose ball, Green comes out with it.
I say he's very physical in the paint right now.
Spurs have numbers. Corner 3, Parker.
Danny Green left open, attacks and misses the floater. Fournier blocked at the bucket.
That probably got blocked. Looked like he got blocked twice.
Bertans matched up on him now. Leonard slapped it away. Bertans to Kawhi. How do you want to do it? Nice and easy.
Very spry today. San Antonio leading by 16 and a block by maybe the best defender in the NBA.
Coming back after that egg they laid the other night against Memphis where they gave up 69 in the first half.
Boy, nobody has more deflections at the forward position and steals than Kawhi Leonard.
Again, double-digit lead. Let's see if they can get a little D going here. Hill blocked inside by Kawhi Leonard. Anderson.
David Lee with 7 points. One of 4 Spurs with 7. Dedmon, Leonard, and Parker the others. And here comes Kawhi. Got it for the Aztec stop.
Trying to post Horford on Kawhi Leonard, but that's not so easy.
They go high-low and then back to Amir Johnson. That's swiped away by Kawhi.
How about Kawhi Leonard?
Saric. Ilyasova to Kawhi Leonard. He's got Mills ahead. Kawhi going to the rack. It stretches and scores.
Kawhi Leonard just eats that ball alive there in the open court, and he's going to take it himself, overwhelming the defense in the open court, and then
his 60th game of the year. Kawhi Leonard bringing it back.
Quite an accomplishment. I don't care who you're playing against.
Steal. Kawhi out racing Morris. And the flush for Kawhi.
And he just takes the angle on Morris, doesn't allow him to come in for the block. I said it before, Kawhi Leonard with the ball is faster than a lot of guys without the ball. He's in a dead sprint, and not too many players are going to catch him. You can see Morris right there.
Green all over Matthews. There's Leonard. There's Leonard. Here comes Kawhi.
Shots. There's Kawhi Leonard, does a great job playing the passing lanes, just digs that steal out.
And now guarding Steph Curry comes up with the steal.
Pickpockets him, Leonard!
Westbrook gets it back. Got it poked away by Kawhi Leonard. And Leonard able to track it down and gets the easy 2. It's a 10-point game.
They've got this into this year. They want to clean everything up and get the rotations, get guys healthy. Here's a, good luck with this.
Barnes stepped right in front as Gasol was reposting, and then Aldridge slaps it away from Barnes.
He had his tragic moment.
Danny Green, transition 3. Oh, mama! Stolen by Kawhi Leonard. Ahead to Patty Mills. Lays it up and in.
Had 30 against the Bucks the other night. And the turnover. Here comes Leonard.
Kawhi his instincts are such on the defensive end that
oh my goodness!
He's making some nice passes, trying to spoon feed some of his teammates. And there he goes.
Leonard. Speaking of spoon feeding, that's exactly what he did. Process before that age.
I've been there. They take a little time to warm them up and get the oil running.
Kawhi picks off the pass from Rubio. Kicks it to Laprovitola. He goes for 3 again. And nothing but the bottom.
I mean, that is rare right there, that floater, which was inside the lane. And Leonard out of there with it. Gets it ahead to Danny Green. What a look by Leonard, and Green with the stop.
Zebo comes up with it. Randolph gives to Conley.
I think Pop wanted a better shot there.
Kawhi the save, and it goes to Aldridge. Parker, Mills, Parker, Patty Mills, yeah!
Just to catch your wind out here is something else. Unless you go through it, it's hard to describe.
Kick out from Kawhi to Tony Parker. And another triple for TP in the Spurs.
And already you can see the ball movement, but the steal by Kawhi Leonard. And he stops.
Has the height advantage, barely. Ball tipped up. Kevin Love tries to get it. Grabs the rebound. Green throws it up and throws it away. Kawhi Leonard, great anticipation. Patty Mills for 3.
7:26 to go in the third. Caldwell Pope finds Drummond, and then Leonard pulls it away from him.
Kawhi is always in terrific position.
Dwayne Dedmon from Kawhi Leonard. 6 turnovers, 7 points. The Spurs have scored off those now. And there's another. Here comes Kawhi with a stop.
A little ball fake, kept his feet, and drops them off with a nice 12-footer.
Leonard averaging 24 a game, 11th in the league. The Spurs on the turnover. Kawhi! Nearly lost his footing and gets the bucket.
That was Marner Ginobili in that high screen roll.
Leonard, another steal. Ahead to Simmons, and he lays it in.
He's taking long strides, so you figure
mid-range game and a 3-point. And then he's the 3rd leading scorer in the 4th quarter at 9 a game.
Leonard with great anticipation for the slam.
Windmills at home.
There's some transition for the Spurs, and good
transition from offense to defense by Kawhi Leonard. He picks up the steal.
Well, Kawhi's top 10 in the league in scoring and in steals. They hit 2 in a row.
He also has 2 assists, 2 points. No kick there. They just say it hit a leg. Numbers for San Antonio, 3 on 2. Green with a pull-up. It's good.
Aldridge with a nice move inside.
No double team on Aldridge there. And you're right. I tell you what, I got double teamed a lot. Great block by Kawhi Leonard.
I think the Spurs bench really just gives them something every single night.
Well, and to that point, Kawhi Leonard able to come up with another steal.
6 assists in his 40-minute performance.
Yeah, good movement there for our guys. And Dwayne Dedmon sets a screen and makes the pass.
Leonard the steal. Oh, he fakes to Parker.
Mike, I'm not sure we've ever seen this combination.
Leonard can't finish. It's Gasol, Green, Harrison as Leonard takes it back and lays it in to tie it at 66.
Boy, a level of intensity, and Kawhi Leonard, how about that individual move to the basket? Doesn't get it to go, but sticks with the play.
Daniels from VCU, he comes in shooting. Now right here, great. See, this is why you love Leonard. What a great defensive read that was.
Two-way star. Mills for 3. Got it. They call him the Claw with those big hands and long reach. And his pinch leads to a 3, and the Spurs are on a move.
Are you kidding me? What kind of pressure's on that shot for him as opposed to the other guys?
Here's Curry on the drive. The floater. Oh, mama! Blocked by the Claw! Here come the Spurs, down 4.
But they got in a little bit of a hurry, but he put it out there on the platter, and there's Kawhi Leonard just inhaling that shot.
On the floor. Charlotte up by 1. Walker with the dive to Hibbert, and Leonard with the block from behind.
Put that phone away. Leonard.
Kawhi takes it away from Chandler and scores!
He's missed a wide open 3 this year. I mean, I know that he has, but God, every time he's got the ball on the perimeter, he looks like he's going to make it.
Leonard leading the break to Mills, to Aldridge for the dunk.
At this point would have 22 points from Dedmon and Lee.
Oh my goodness, give me that.
Oh, Leonard.
And fouled and scores! Kawhi Leonard!
I disagree with that. Just let me take it from you. Takes it right out of his hands with the claw and finishes with a 3-point play opportunity.
That one by a 90% free throw shooter. 3-point lead for New Orleans. Leonard with a steal, what a play. The Claw on the other end with the stop.
Kawhi Leonard, he was upset after missing all these free throws. Smart not to foul him. At least they still have the lead.
Yeah, but there again, there are times you gotta be selfish. You gotta shoot 5-footers. I mean, you're not gonna get like LeBron shoot this.
Right there. Reza in the name, and they could not handle the bounce pass.
Oh, you guys can. You always know what winds me up.
Oh, the block by Leonard, but it goes to Gasol and Carter for 3. Got it on a buzzer beater.
He's coming off a 19-point game a couple of nights ago against Detroit.
Oh, nice defense.
Leonard with the steal.
Well, he's usually in the top 10 in steals.
Look at these matchups, and man, are they tough as Leonard, trailing Dellavedova, bats that one away.
For that one, and Nelson brings it back for the Nuggets. Barton in the paint. Leonard said, I'll take that one. Scoop throw to Simmons. Mills, corner 3. Heel blocked by Leonard from behind.
Yeah, you better believe it. John Lure is in for Detroit. Drummond works against Gasol. Leonard came from the blind side and knocked it away. They got to have better communication.
Go through that motion and see if or how Evan Turner reacted. And Evan Turner gives him the wide open shot.
Loose one after Vonleh either miss or block.
Round steal, that gets him out of position. Kawhi Leonard finds that in-between shot.
Teague and Leonard deflects it, and Dedmon comes up with it.
He walks it up with his team up by 1. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Isolation Gasol. Gasol had it knocked away by Leonard. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
He's the MVP candidate.
Leonard has a 10-point second quarter going, 18 for the game to lead all scorers. Spurs 10-2 run. Leonard right there with his defense, the 2-time reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Picked up by Harden.
Look at the pace here. it's all about what Houston's doing. Quick shots by San Antonio at one end.
Little rejection there by Kawhi.
They've taken all of the free throws here tonight. Memphis without a free throw attempt, and I'm sure that's on David Fizdale's radar as Memphis turns it over and Randolph fouls Kawhi Leonard.
Lee keeps it alive, but it goes right to the Hogs. Schroeder. The quickness there, but how about Kawhi Leonard, guys, with that block?
Yeah, that's what
The Spurs fell asleep there. They just left James Harden. Kawhi with a rebound in a crowd, and the Spurs will get it back here with 48 seconds to go.
By 5. Schroeder with a runner from the left baseline. May have been deflected. Got it back after hit up the side of the backboard.
Here comes Indiana once again. Turner, a little turnaround. Oh, and pried away from Seraphin, and then a foul on Seraphin.
Ingles to Gobert. Oh, pretty. Gave it back. He surprised Ingles. There's no doubt about it. Ingles honestly thought he was going to dunk it, which he should have tried to do.
Made that extra pass. I thought there might be a 3-second penalty coming, but I like the 3-ball.
Oh, that ball bounces off of Kawhi. He recovers. He goes up. He's fouled and will go to the line.
Shot clock. And they return the favor with a steal from Aldridge. Tony Allen blocked by Kawhi Leonard. Two great defenders showing you their skills there.
Last night, just 8 points, rises up. Nurkic with the rebound and got ripped by who else? Kawhi Leonard does it at both ends of the floor.
Good. Kicks it out in the corner.
Miles knocked away inside, and Simmons is fouled.
Leonard's first scoring opportunity of the night, or first scoring.
And Kawhi with the steal.
There you go. Now they're starting to play a little basketball, at least on the defensive end of the floor.
Gasol with 7. Leonard with 8 to lead the Spurs. Fournier. Kawhi, the steal. Third in the league and picks off another one. And ask question. Yeah, they're going to fit. It just obviously takes time. There's just no way to rush it.
Yeah, no question.
Kawhi Leonard comes up with a steal.
Draymond Green looking to post up instead. Passes and throws it away. Green with several turnovers here to start.
Welcome back. Ginobili's quick 6, and he humps here.
That's got to be clear path. If that's not clear path, what's the definition?
Spurs, they got to come up with some defense.
That's there you go. The claw. And he is fouled as Leonard.
And here comes Rondo. And the fun fact about that, Golden State leads at 120 points per game. That's just ridiculous.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm perturbed when I hear talk about guys for MVP and they don't defend.
There's the steal by Leonard.
Green for 3. Able to answer for San Antonio. And then Paul streaking down the court, but Kawhi Leonard's big hands there. He broke up the pass. 16 boards for DeAndre Jordan. Aldridge takes it away from Paul. Here's Lee in transition, goes right at Griffin.
Bertans has come on for the first time for the Spurs. Out of this time on that jump. And as Cantor is back.
In this whole thing, because my brother actually gave me a kidney. It wasn't like I was giving him something. I was taking something from him. And I've been to so many.
Once tonight, they're down 4 here. Waiters. Whiteside, Leonard, and another steal. Oh, mama! Spurs come up with it. Mills on Harden. Williams. Blocked by Kawhi. Picked up by Manu. Gets it right back for Powell. Here come the Spurs.